I honestly don't know what this painting is going to be. I guess it'll just be the unknown. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing something. I'm just going with my heart, and I feel like in order to do things correctly, I gotta go with your gut. You just gotta do it, not think about it too much. And I feel like that's what this painting is gonna be about. Not thinking about it too much, not, trying to be perfect all the time or wait for the right time. There's a lot of people who waste their potential, waste their time trying to wait for that perfect moment, that perfect time. But there's never a perfect time for anything. There's never gonna be a better time than now. Sometimes you just gotta do it. You just gotta go. You just gotta fuck around and find out. And life should be that, a journey, not a plan. A journey you enjoy and just don't know where you'll end up, but you do know deep down, but the journey is the beautiful part. Sometimes we just focus on the future and what's to come, but we never focus on what's right in front of us, what's in the moment, what's around us. But this is just gonna be a little insight on what my painting actually means, because every painting I make, I want it to have a meaning behind it, not just simply be a painting, not just simply be art, because art should send a message. That's what art should really be about, in my opinion, of course. And in this painting, you really envision, okay, the current is taking the water one way, and the waves are positioned in the way that's opposite of where the person on the canoe is getting, right? But as we see that the person inside the canoe is surrounded by a bunch of sharks, which symbolize, being trapped. You see their fins popping out, the person just stuck in the middle. And this really shows a deep message from life. Now let me explain what it means. The person, as we see, is going the opposite way of the flow, of the current. In life, oftentimes we find ourselves going the opposite way of the flow. We don't go with the flow. We don't go with the current. We don't follow our gut. We don't do what we're supposed to do. And we just simply act out of impulse. But we don't think of, okay, what is our gut telling us? What should I do? What is my calling? What are my talents? What is this? And I feel like there's many instances where we just ignore things at hand and we don't go with our gut. We just ignore it. And this symbolizes how doing that very thing can trap you in a deep, deep hole, an inescapable thing surrounded by sharks that could potentially kill you, you could die with it stuck in that position. So the message I want to convey is really, go with the flow. Go with what your heart and gut tells you, and just try to be better every day. Don't trap yourself in a deep hole. So, yep. All right. So back into the messaging of this painting. So I'm not done with it yet. I will display how it's going and then the finished product once I am done. But basically, the painting was really going with the flow. I just wanted to get back into the art scene, the painting scene. I was never the best artist, but I'm really good at sketches. Sketches are really my thing, in my opinion. I'll put up, a sketch I did for Brent Fayez. Well, not for, but of Brent Fayez. So, back going into this meaning is that if you try to contrast and go the opposite way of how things are supposed to go, of your calling, of the way life is going, and you try to, just not in the right direction, it's gonna lead you into a bad state. It's gonna lead you into chaos, into a trap that, could end your life possibly. And we don't want that. We want to, go with the flow, go with what our heart tells us, and do what's right, spread love. So the deep, deep meaning of this is A lot of people I see, they go with what other people tell them, with what norms are, with what they see other people doing, but they don't see what's true to themselves, what's really like speaking to their heart. And we can't do that. We have to, go with what our heart tells us, with what our talents align us with, and what we should be doing is just being ourselves. If you don't be yourself, that's another thing that can drag you out of the right direction. I honestly believe you should be yourself in every way possible. So just don't try to be somebody you're not. Don't do things that don't align with you. Don't listen to other people. Don't try to be somebody else. Be yourself. Go with the flow. Trust God. Trust the process. Enjoy the journey. And just let it drag you with it. But make sure your actions align with your end goal. A lot of times we focus on what's, so far in the future that stirs us in the wrong direction. We have to go day to day with our actions that do align with the future, but they progress us slowly every day. Because yes, the overnight thing does come. It takes time. It takes a process and a journey. It's not gonna just happen like this without no effort, no work, nothing put into it. It'll come randomly after years, after months, after a long period of time of hard work and dedication, blood, sweat, and tears. It'll eventually come. I firmly believe that a lot of people that are, in a position where I want to be at say that as well. And I always like listening to other people, their stories, their insight on things, and I firmly believe in them because they are in a spot where I'm not. And I hope one day I can get there. But this is just displaying really what life should be about. A journey. A thing that you just do every day. Enjoying every day, going with the flow, not forcing things, not rushing things, but simply doing everything you can every day, going with the flow that is aligned with your goals. You don't want to end up in a trap. You don't want to end up in chaos in a bad spot. You want a positive life. You want a great life. You want a future. Don't let the little things trap you. Don't let that one thing that takes you out of your flow, that takes you out of your journey, out of your path, out of your clear direction ahead of you. Don't let that be the thing that just keeps you there, stuck in a trap forever, or potentially end you. That's what this message means. So I hope you really get insight and get inspiration that life is more than just, listening to other people. Listen to yourself, your heart, your mind, your gut, and just enjoy. Much love, Aiden. You've ordered a lot. Always gonna remember that, bro.